Hello, my name is Henriette and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'd love to have you here. In this video, I'm off to Hythe on the south coast of England to do a bit of thrifting, which is something I love. Hythe is a market town and it has medieval and Georgian buildings. Down by the seafront is like a Victorian promenade. Now Hythe is jam-packed with antique stores and charity shops, or thrift stores if you like. We're about to finish our outdoor kitchen, so I'm specifically looking for items for that. And this is a great place to come looking. What I love most about charity shopping is to expect the unexpected. Some days you have absolutely a day of pure luck and you find loads of brilliant items, and other days not so much. But it's nice to go and visit different places and take in the sights. I also often find that the staff working in the thrift stores are extra nice. They're there for a reason and for a purpose, to raise money for their specific charity. And I always end up having such lovely conversations. I have a special love for jugs and I cannot resist looking at every single one of them. Now, we also discovered an artisan shop in Hythe, and I was dying to get in there because they had these gorgeous hares or bunnies in their windows, but unfortunately they were away on holiday. Whilst we were in Hythe, of course, we also visited some of the normal shops. And this shop I thought was rather lovely. They had loads of sort of seaside items, and of course I couldn't resist. I'll show you later on what I bought from here. They also had a gorgeous candle section with natural candles. However, I managed to resist. But upstairs I discovered that they had faux plants and flowers, and this was not so easy to pass by. Back to the charity shops and back to the outdoor kitchen. I will of course make a video, and it's coming up next, about our outdoor kitchen so you can see how it ends up. We also found a really good fruit and vegetable market, and it's definitely worth a visit because there was such a good selection. And here I am telling my husband to eat more sweet corn and more vegetables in general, but I'll recommend it. And of course I wasn't going to bring you here without showing you the seafront. Now this was a very windy day, and you'll see, but this part of the seafront wasn't so much the lovely Victorian promenade that I was hoping for. It was more the new build promenade. But it was still rather lovely because I found some shells and we had a look at the fishing boats. As you can see, the sea was rather rough, so I didn't fancy a swim. However, it was lovely to go for a walk. On our way back to London, we decided to stop off in a little town called Tenterden. It's also known as the Jewel of the Weald, and it is in Kent, very close to Ashford. This is such a pretty town, and I really enjoyed our visit here. Look at the tree-lined street, it's just beautiful. It was here that we discovered Sid's Emporium, which is kind of a barn with a mixture of antiques. There's some crafts, there's some ceramics, there's some jewellery, there's some stationery, but it was absolutely gorgeous in here. Definitely my kind of place, and I could have spent a small fortune in here. The artisan feel of this place, and of course it didn't take me too long to find some more jugs. And these jugs are Grès du Berry French pottery jugs, I thought it would look rather splendid in our outdoor kitchen. What do you reckon? And isn't this little deer head just so cute? We went on to visit a few more charity shops or thrift stores, and they're all very quirky because the buildings are old. So look at the ceiling in here, absolutely glorious. And I have to say, I did like the wallpaper. Like so many others, I also have a weakness for baskets, and these were rather lovely. However, I did find them a little bit on the pricey side, so I decided to leave them in the store. This one here was my favourite, but I didn't buy it. We also paid a quick visit to St Mildred's, which is a stunning medieval church here in Tenterden. And now it's time to show you what I ended up buying. Now this first item is a brown bowl, but it's really heavy and it seems like it's really well made. I mean, there's no writing on the bottom, so it's not that special. However, I think it would look really nice in my kitchen. And also, I love the colour. It's like autumn, and it was only £3.50. The next item that came home with me was the French jug. I mean, I couldn't resist. It's just stunning, and it's also really heavy. And I like it because it kind of looks natural, and I think it'll sit really well up against the black in our outdoor kitchen. This one was a little more expensive at £20. So this next item I think was the find of the day. It's a mortar and pestle, and it was only £8 in a charity shop or thrift store. And I'm very, very pleased with it. It's really heavy, and I think it's made out of marble or some other stone. I particularly like how the top is not completely flat. It's like on a curve, and it's just divine. My favourite item of the day. If you have watched my last video about the 4th of July, you will know that I couldn't find any American decor, so of course when I saw this star I snatched it up for next year. This one cost £12. And from the lovely shop called Wow, I first of all bought some faux greenery. Now this is box, and it was about £4.99 per stem, which I thought was good value for money. Doesn't it look lovely? I also bought a starfish and some seashells because I've got this idea that I want to do a fish table setting, so I thought this could work really well, but that will be in a later episode. The last thing I bought was some glass buoys, and they are beautiful. Whenever I've been to a thrift store, it acts as a reminder that it's also time to give something back. So today I've decided to attack my wardrobe, and I'm a bit embarrassed to show you this, it's a right mess. However, I took to the floor and started sorting out. I'm almost 54, and of course women of our age go through various changes, and I find that my shape has really changed. So a lot of these clothes actually don't fit me anymore. So I'm hoping that they're going to find themselves a new home and benefit a charity on their way. I clearly haven't been through these wardrobes for some time, so I'm leaving no stones unturned. All these clothes will be going to a local charity that's run by a husband and wife, and they are especially interested in helping children. They actually run their charity from their front garden, and it is incredible what they have achieved over the years. Now that's so much better. I feel like I can breathe again. All there was left was packing it all up. And I'd actually ended up with a lot more than I thought I would. As soon as I'd finished packing it, I put it straight in the car and drove it down to the charity place, just in case I started fishing it all out again. I'm very fond of this place. Whenever we come down, we are always met with a smile, which is just so lovely. A quick chat and all is well in my world. In this life of mine, I try to do things that makes me happy. And one of the things that gives me so much joy is growing our own vegetables and of course picking them. And it's finally time to get picking. Not everything is ready, but our rosemary and our beetroot, they are definitely ready. The other thing that's ready to pick is our kale. And I always grow this because it's a superfood. Now we're going to use some of this for our dinner tonight. But it's coming up to lunchtime here in London, so I'm picking salads, and I'm also going to check whether our sugar snap peas are ready to be picked. But unfortunately, they've still got a little bit of growing to do. Some of our tomatoes are ready, and they'll do perfect for lunch too. I wanted to include this in this video because it's kind of thrifting too. Growing your own vegetables are so much cheaper than buying them from the supermarkets. And you don't get much fresher than this. Those beetroots, I'm going to now cut off the greenery, and then I'm going to boil them up so we can have them for lunch. Beetroots have been associated with numerous health benefits, including improved blood flow, lower blood pressure, and increased exercise performance. Now these beetroots were on the large side, so I ended up boiling them for nearly half an hour. Whilst they were boiling, I decided to make up a salad of whatever we had in the fridge, including the salad that I just picked and of course the tomatoes. It ended up being a sort of Greek salad. I do try and keep healthy and eat healthily, and I think that lunchtime is such a good time to introduce lots of greenery. I mean, doesn't that look lovely? The beetroots have cooled down a little bit, so now it's time to peel them. And you'll find the peel comes off quite easily if you've left them to cool down for a little bit. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. I love reading your comments. You write the absolutely most lovely comments ever. That's all from me today. I'm going to leave you with some videos from the garden. Take care and have a lovely week. Much love from London.
Nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you.